Big week this week. Big week this week. Today's Sunday, January 24th. Shout out to my uncle. Happy birthday. My brother. Happy birthday yesterday. Chad was 43 years old. And to my grandmother, who's considerably older, they shared the same birthday. So happy birthday to both of you. Now, on to the really important things of football nature. My Denver Broncos are playing in the AFC Championship game today. I'm hoping and praying that this team, see my cup? Thank you, by the way. One of my students gave me that cup. I'm hoping and praying that this will be a win. Play the New England Patriots at Denver. You never know. One never knows. But the game's at 2 o'clock. We've got an hour until kickoff, and I'll be getting in my Denver Bronco garb here in just a moment. But until then, before then, I wanted to do another vlog. Pretty good response from the last vlog. Thank you very much. I wanted to also point out that the sound may not be that good. Hopefully I've corrected that. The last one may not have been that good, but hopefully that's been changed. So, again, as I said last week, this is my students had urged me to do this, so if you're one of my students, here you go. This week, if you're in 7th grade, we're finishing our Manifestopoly boards by Tuesday and starting to play Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So don't forget to get those done. 8th graders have a test on Tuesday. We're studying Jefferson. You know, just as an aside, Jefferson, a hugely interesting fellow. Jefferson is one of those presidents that was very critical of the way things were, how the country was being governed while he was the Secretary of State, even the ambassador, and then as vice president. It's much easier to criticize than it is to actually govern. And I think Jefferson found that out. But lots of interesting things happened during his presidency. Of course, the landmark court case, Marbury v. Madison, 1803, set up the way, many of you may not know this, but it set up the way that the court system now has authority, or they're the last stop, so to speak, on the train. They determine what is constitutional and what is not, and that is due to an 1803 court case, Marbury v. Madison. Of course, he bought the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, and then he had some issues with the Barbary Pirates. Good book, by the way. Read the foreword to it by Brian Kilmeade, the anchor on Fox and Friends in the Morning. He wrote a book about the Barbary Pirates. Very, very good. I recommend it, or at least based on the introduction and from what I've read, it's supposed to be an outstanding book. Let's see, what else? Oh, and then he had that little embargo thing, and then, of course, he leaves his office in 1809. And the interesting thing about Jefferson is he did not, on his epitaph, on his tombstone, there's no mention of him being president. And I asked my students, could you imagine a president today not putting that they were president at the top of the list? That could be something fun to actually research. What do all the presidents' tombstones say? That might be kind of interesting. Might have to do that. So yeah, that's Jefferson. So my 8th graders are working on Jefferson, and then we'll be moving on to Madison. We're studying history, United States history, in the context of the presidents. So of course Madison was next from 1809 to 1817. Then we'll move on to Mr. Monroe, and then Mr. Quincy, and then Mr. Jackson, and so on and so forth. So that's what's up this week for school. Golf, 3rd full week of golf. We'll have a full week this week, do a little golfing. This weekend we're heading to Lubbock. I've got to go spend some money up there at a Camping World. We're going to do that. And we're going to make a little trip to Joe's Crab Shack. But before I go, I wanted to let you know that we have a new website, and it should be down here, I believe. Somewhere there. And it's a website that Melissa and I put together. Melissa's my wife. And it's called purposefulmarriage.com. We have been invited, we are honored to be able to do this. We're going to go on a mission trip to Poland. Now, I was there a few years ago, but we're going to go back this summer, and we're going to lead a marriage retreat. And this site will explain what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, what we're going to study, or what we're going to present, what they're going to study, and also it's going to ask you for money. We're looking for 50 sponsors at $120 each. If we have 50 sponsors at $120 each, that will get us over there. It will get all of our supplies bought, and the really cool thing is it will also pay for 25 Polish couples to go to this marriage retreat. And there's more information down here at that website, like I showed you earlier. So it's very interesting what's going on in Poland. They have marriage issues like we do here, and a lot of young Christians over there. So we're going to go over and lead a marriage seminar. So hopefully my wife will do most of the talking because she's much better at marriage than I am, but I'm blessed to have her. Have a great week. Do not be fooled. You heard it here. No matter what, you heard it here. I'm recording this at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday, January 24th. Almost exactly 1 hour before game time. You heard it here. Broncos win. Broncos win. Broncos win. Goodbye, Patriots.